Appreciate it. Thank you again. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. And I'm gonna head up, find the stairs, and head on up. No.
You approach these well-lit stone stairs, and they're just offset to the right of the receptionist's desk. You head up, you head into the right, and you see it's almost like a mosaic cobblestone floor as you enter the room. And a halfling is seated behind the desk, and there's papers everywhere. And there are cabinets along a open window with the sun coming in, and kind of a library book behind her. And she welcomes you in. She says, "Well, I'm so happy you're here. Come on in."
Sure. So come on in.
She hops off her stool and walks up, and she's, "So, which of you is Elendor? Who do I have the pleasure to speak with? Or Elendor?" She goes, shakes your hand. "Much obliged. I'm very happy you're here. We weren't expecting you for a day or two now, and we are very excited you were able to make it a little bit earlier. Probably saved a handful of lives doing that."
Well, we just ended up here at the right time, it seems like.
Excellent. We understand you're very busy, and we appreciate you being able to take your time. I know it's not a well rewarded job posting or anything like that, but do appreciate it. Do you have the posting on you?
I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna look at the group and I'm like,
You have to stage whisper.
what?
You have to actually speak while you're trying to whisper.
Yes. So I'm gonna whisper. I want to tell her the truth.
Yeah. We should drop the act and just tell the truth.
Okay.
That's a terrible idea. I agree with it.
Okay, I have to be honest and real with you. I am not Elendor, and we are not the group that you were expecting.
Thank God.
We are a group of people that does help other people. We just were coming to look for you, I believe. And we're looking for an officiant in this town. And at the time that we ended up getting here and the caravans were about to leave, they thought that we were somebody else and our protectors.
Oh, let me get this straight. You assumed the name of another adventuring part, another group of shield hands.
We're
Here.
Shield hands. We're not shield hands.
Well, why'd you take the job then?
No job.
We didn't know that there was a job.
There was a job posting. We sent it out. Shield hands. It was accepted by the crew, led by Elendor, and
I'm really sorry.
We assumed you were her. I'm sorry.
You have no reason to be sorry.
Well, there's in her group. There's a bard, there's a fighter, and there's a sorcerer. And then they recently lost a druid to some scoundrels on the roads. But I guess they had somebody back them up, and another individual step forward, and they're supposed to be a group of 4, just like yourselves. And all right.
I'm really sorry, but we were happy to help in any way that we could, and I'm happy that we could. But I had to be honest with you, because really, we don't want to accept a reward for somebody else's job posting or duty. They can even have it if they end up coming up here. Really, we're here because we believe that you, or I should ask, are there any other officiants that are in this area?
Well, the title of officiant resolves directly to individuals that relate and work with the government of Tyrann. That would be myself. My name's Irvina Lacey.
Well, Mr. Vino, I have reason to believe, and we do, that you're in grave danger.
Well, whatever do you mean?
Well,
Whatever do you mean? You eating mine?
I'm sorry.
She said grave danger because you might die. It's not a joke, even though it is kind of a pun. We think that you're in trouble. We think an assassin is going to come and get you, and we just wanna. We are but humble boat folk. And I haven't had a beverage in a minute. I'm sorry. We are but humble boat folk. We are not Elendor and the crew, but we are here to protect you.
Well, why would you have any thoughts that someone would be coming to kill me?
I produced the hit list and hand it over to Irvina and say, this was found off of an assassin that murdered his mentor, who is the first person that is on the hit list. We then went to the wharf, and there was another failed hit. So we came here to hopefully protect you.
Huh.
Do you know of anybody or any reason that there might be a hit out on you?
She grabs her glasses and puts them on and looks over the list and says, well, it says here officiant Holden, so guess that's got to be me. And the other two are dead?
One
One
of
is.
them.
Well, I am sure happy. I certainly don't know of any brewer, and I don't know. I mean, I know some soldiers, but none that have anything to do with Ekka's war.
Do you know somebody named Fecus?
No, I do not.
What can you tell us about? Oh shoot, what is that religion called? The Ngiba.
The Ngiba. Well, that's just a group of monks. They come down here every once in a while. They kind of set up their little camp and ask for donations, and then they just kind of up and disappear. And then they come back after a few weeks later.
Do you ever help them move relics from from your port?
I don't know anything about relics. As far as the port goes, I mean, we have all kinds of goods that come and go, but we adhere to proper lists and make sure that everything's accounted for. But yeah, they just come here, small groups, 3 or so, and then they stick around for a bit. They do their donations, and then they're gone.
Can I do an insight check?
Roll an insight check.
24.
Nice.
She seems to be telling the truth. She doesn't seem to be hiding anything. And for all she believes, that the Ingiba just come in here, they do their thing, and they leave. Or, they just kind of disappear in some sense. She never really sees them go.
So I'm gonna ask her if she has come across any interesting or out of place people recently that have come to the town, or any kind of just come across anything that seemed weird or out of sorts, or just any instance that may stand out.
Well, we have had some difficulties with monsters around here, as you can tell, and you seemed to have taken care of. As far as strange folk, you might want to head to the Red Hook district. There kind of is a group of thieves that kind of reside there, but I have been able to, over the years, speak with them and their leaders and kind of set up a small truce of sorts. So it's a very open area and much more of trade and merchants and jobs as well, as opposed to any thievery, crime, or fighting going on.
Right.
It's been great.
But my ask, I'm just trying to figure out why you would be on this list.
I don't know. I know that I do what I can here, and we try to keep the peace in these parts. And like I said, I try to make sure that any groups that are coming in aren't up to any mischief or We're trying to bring in any contraband or illicit materials into the city, and we have a strong setup here.
Do you know
What is
anything
your
about
setup
dragon
like?
teeth?
Well, our setup, we have reinforced walls. We have a system of checks and double checks for everything that's coming into the city. We have a number of security measures that we set out and kind of regulate the ongoings in the city. We're fully aware that there's a number of issues on the outskirts of the city and in other cities, and we do our best to make sure that those things aren't brought into our city in a negative light. Gina, what did you ask? I forgot.
Do you know anything about dragon teeth?
I don't know much about dragon teeth. I know that at one point this town kind of had something to do with dragons years ago, but that was back before the Titans, before Emergence and such, and that was some long time ago. But that kind of stuff, we don't get a lot of dragons around here.
What about him? And I point at Kata.
Well, yes, occasionally we get some of his kind, but they're not. They're often travelers. They come in here and there, or they're coming in from the anchor over here, or moving out east towards out of the Tyran domain, kind of working with villages in that kind of tribesmen and such out there. But it's rare.
Are there any Dragonborn in town now besides myself?
It's not quite something we track. Everyone's free to come and go so long as their purpose here is benign.
What's the name of the group of thieves that's in the Red Hook district?
Red Hook.
Red Hook.
Well, that's the thing is it used to be a number of thieves guilds. But now that we have kind of chatted with the leaders of those groups, we've been able to establish a truce, and now it's kind of just an accumulation of a number of groups. And we kind of have converted it to allow them to function and sell out, do whatever they're doing as far as jobs, so long as they are not bringing anything or hurting anybody in Holden, and they're more than welcoming. It's actually kind of turned in more into a miniature shield hand situation, but with less appropriation through the government.
Who would be like the point person for like Red Hook that we should talk to, and where would we find them?
I'll answer that here in a second. What do you want to do?
Can I do a history check to see? Shoot, now I forgot. I didn't need to do a history check on my own brain. I don't know.
You roll a history check and see if you'll remember.
Okay. Ooh, 19. So, think. Oh, can I do a history check to see if I remember if the
Say it before you lose it.
the tattoo that we found was it on the
Yeah.
assassin's neck
The House of
or
Martin.
was it
Purple Martins?
An assassin's deck, or
or somebody else's,
Yep, you rolled a 19. It was on the assassin's deck.
and it was a badger or like
A
a
marten.
weasel. I just dropped out.
I love that you rolled a 19 on your own history check
Okay.
and then remembered immediately what you needed to ask.
Because I rolled so well.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I'm gonna start doing when I forget. I'm like, where are my keys? History check and see if I remember where they're at. Do you know what were you gonna say?
Okay, perfect.
I was saying that it was the House of Martin to Lindsay, right, for the little weasel tattoo.
Oh yes. So I was gonna ask her like if she has heard of the House of Martin or.
So yeah, do you ask her if she's heard of the House of
Yes.
Martin?
With along this symbol, and I try to like
Kinda draw
draw
doodle
it.
it.
Yeah.
She says, "Well, I'm not sure if that symbol looks familiar, but the House of Martin is certainly a group that I've heard of. I don't think that they are. Again, there's not really a source of power that resides to one group or the other. There, it's kind of this wonderful cohesion that we've been able to concoct between all the other guilds. So there may be some individuals that serve their loyalty to the House of Martin, and as well as others, but
You are aware that so you're telling us that the House of Martin used to be a part of this thieves guild here in
Yes.
your city.
yeah, they were one of, I don't want to say many, but one of a handful of individuals that, or individual groups that were, fighting for their time and their.
So unfortunately, the assassin that we found this hit list on is from the House of Martin.
Well, that is concerning.
Yes, extremely. Do you have any kind of like protective service that you can like have around for at least a day or two so we know that you're safe while we go and like try to find more information out?
Well, I certainly will alert my guards, and we'll have a higher security enforced. With folks like yourselves, I'm not necessarily sure individuals would want to take any extreme action against anybody in cities like this, because you're more than capable. And like I said, in a day or two, the crew should be arriving, trying to do the job that you ended up doing for them. And I guess I will just pass on the reward to them, as you said.
Yes, please.
I'm
We
not
can't
sure they're
truly
going to
accept
be
this.
I'm not sure they're going to take kindly to you taking their efforts away from them.
It was very much accidental, but I hope that they will accept our
Bob's face.
our
Bob, your face right now when she said that, you went.
by giving them the reward that they initially were going to be deserving.
Small one. I'm addressing the officiant at this point.
Yes.
Might I suggest don't give the reward to the crew yourself, and don't meet with them.
Okay. Why do you say that? Do you think they're the assassins?
I think you just open arm welcomed us into your room here with no guards present, and if we were the assassins, you would already be dead. So it stands to reason that if they were the assassins, and your cities with their mighty walls and their protocols that you just described let us walk through without even knowing who we are, that maybe your protocols are not so good.
Well, you have to understand, we thought you were the crew, who is a group of shield hands, which are adventurous
hands.
parties loyal to the Tyran government, and there would be no such actions taken by anybody that is a shield hand, and if there were, there'd be grave consequences. You would have the wrath of the entire government after you if you disobeyed any of the shield hands.
Yes. So what I hear you saying is, when somebody comes and murders you, the people who murder you will be in big trouble.
Well, yes.
Hmm.
And
How does that work out for you?
would be murdered in that situation.
Yeah.
But there's a certain level of loyalty that we expect, and there's we have a shield hands are something to be prized about in this area. And frankly, as far as the crew goes, we have worked with them in the past, and they've been more than helpful to us.
Hey, take my advice. Don't take my advice. One of us works in an office pushing papers, and the other one is a decorated military soldier. So do with it what you will. But
I understand. I thought I was meeting with the crew. As I said, while I have not met them, I was working with them in the past. They were simply just paid by, the guardhouse for smaller duties. This being such a large, they're second level shield hands now, and they're start stepping things up. But I understand what you mean, and we will take extra precaution, most definitely.
good luck. I wish you the best.
So down in Red Hook,
Yes.
who's like the person in charge? Who should we talk to? Where do they hang out?
You'll want to speak with Mr. Monocle.
Mr. Monocle?
Mr. Monocle.
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 Monocle. Like a monocle?
I think I can help with the pan situation.
That's what I was. Mr. Monocle. Mr. Monocle.
Do I know that name?
Make a history check.
Six.
It's a name.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. Where would we find Mr. Monocle?
You can find Mr. Monocle, the Red Hook districts where you want to head to, and you can find him in what city or what town did I put him in?
Is it at the corner of fuck off and get a map?
Ooh, language.
No, it's just my favorite line from The Hangover.
Oh, movie.
Not our post show.
You can head. I'm just making this up now. You can head to the Glass Eye Tavern.
Wait, we go see Mr. Monocle at the Glass Eye Tavern?
Yeah, it's a little on the nose.
No, it sounds like a little in the eye.
A little bit of both.
Do you not jokes? No? Okay.
All right. Well,
I do have one question.
Yeah.
You can like trust all your guards and stuff, right? Like, it kind of goes without saying, right? But like, wait, did we fight a druid at one point? I don't know.
We have a great level of trust in our people here in the city in general. As you can say, as I've said, we hold a pretty strict security measures, and it just so happens that you were able to, well, which is strange because you signed away waivers. The people at Holden Harbor checked you out. Apparently, they may have just been excited that you were there to help, and the fact that you did help was kind of enough to be said about your intentions here.
Well, if there's one thing boat folk are known for, it's our good intentions. So we will forego all payment for this, and please just, have a courier pay the Elendor and her crew, just, for double safety's sake, right? But, if you ever need anything done, the boat folk might be able to repay our lies to you with service. Just a
I think we
thing.
already repaid her. Like, we just told her to watch her back because she's
Unified front, Narnip. We want one unified front. Right here. Right now.
Is that how we do this now?
Kata.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Madam Officiant. We've taken up enough of your time.
Yes, it's no problem. And we appreciate the heads up. And if something comes up and the shield hands are not the ones to go to, we will certainly keep you in mind.
Thanks. So to the tavern now?
To the tavern.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm also very tired, so we could get a drink and maybe a nap, and that'd be cool.
As she leaves, she looks at Narnip and shakes your hand goodbye. And what are you guys doing?
Was there anything weird about her shaking my hand?
There was a piece of paper that was passed.
Okay. I'm gonna put it in my fanny pack. But like
Imagine
stealthily, Narnip is not that obvious. Not gonna be like, oh, here's a secret paper. No. Come on.
Put it in your fanny pack, swing it around the front, and slide it on back.
Sleight of hand of 3.
All right. So you leave Officiate Lacey's. Office. You head down the stone stairs into the stone hallway, and the receptionist again just, we appreciate it again. Thank you very much. As you leave.
All right, when we're outside the building, I'm gonna like hang back a little bit from the group and look at this piece of paper.
All right. You make an investigation check.
While she's doing this and we're walking, Kata, I just feel like we're on a little bit of a better level now since we, came clean. And I hope there's no hard feelings about all this. We took advantage of something that maybe we shouldn't have taken advantage of, and I'm sorry to put you in that position. I know it was tough. And I am sorry.
I appreciate that, Marxus. I do.
Do you have anything else to say, or no? Just you do? Okay.
Yeah,
get
no,
that.
I agree with you. We should not have lied, and we made poor choices.
But yeah, all right, fair enough.
I also
Laughing for the truth.
don't trust that woman
Why
at
not?
all. She was inconsistent. She said she worked with the crew many times, but then she doesn't know what they look like. She said they have such high security standards, and then people can cruise right through. And who cuts out? They have the Thieves Guild acting as a pseudo shield hands running missions. Who cuts out the government from their pay and then doesn't have secrets to hide? None of it adds up. I don't trust her.
Those are good points. Absolutely. Especially the part where she said that she's worked for them before, but mistaken us. Yeah.
Also, I would just like to point out, clearly we're the better adventuring party. Who gets run off the road by bandits?
That's a great question.
Bandits? Come on.
Do I understand what's on this paper?
I don't know, do you?
I rolled a 14 for investigation.
I don't think you've seen that before.
Okay. Hey guys, before we get to the tavern, are we alone in this square right now? Or are there a lot of people around?
There's a few people. It's kind of like a park. There's benches and such, and people walking around, kind of going about their business. You're more than welcome to find a less conspicuous spot.
Yeah, I'd like to go to an area. Guys, can we go somewhere there's not a lot of people around? I need to tell you guys something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, what's up?
What about there?
That looks secluded.
Perfect.
We go there.
All right. So, Kate, I overheard you say you don't maybe trust her. I don't know if this is going to make you not trust her more, but when she shook my hand, she slipped me this piece of paper with this symbol on it. Should I just show my phone, or do you want to like?
I just texted. You want to draw on the chalkboard?
Hell no, I don't want to draw it on the chalkboard. All right, I'll
Why
go with the
not?
chalkboard.
It's right
All
there.
right. This isn't okay.
I don't have a chalkboard. You have to draw it backwards, remember?
So it's that, and then it's gonna be. Which doesn't hurt.
That looks like it.
Does anybody
It's on my
recognize this?
grade. Yeah, it's great.
Hmm.
Can I do a history check? Would I have noticed
Hey.
anything?
Do I recognize that?
Everybody can do a history check if you like.
Yeah, I sure don't think that you would.
15.
Ah, 6.
No. Nope.
11.
No.
Fuck.
Tough set of symbols, guys.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah. Narna, this won't be a surprise to you, but yes, it makes me trust her less.
Huh.
Okay.
Well,
Do we?
Hmm.
We should keep that though, right? Like
yeah.
maybe it's like a secret thing, like a secret code, and then we like
Or like meet us.
people go like, "Do you know the A and the triangle?" And we go, "Yes, we sure do. It's right here."
Okay.
Alternatively, where could we go to learn about symbols?
I don't know.
Well, probably we can look around maybe and see if like any buildings like have that kind of symbol on the outside, or if
Wait.
anybody's like wearing something that has that on there.
Orla, you're a bard. You should probably know all about symbols, right?
Boom.
Oh.
But a symbol.
CYMBAL.
Let's go to this bar.
I
am back in my
so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so thirsty.
Interesting.
Well, let's head. Well, since it clearly seems like she's not in any kind of dire danger right now, we should just head to the tavern.
Dire dick.
In grave danger, dire. Oh, she's totally gonna die.
Maybe we can ask the bartender.
We did our due diligence. We warned her.
Maybe we can ask the bartender.
Where do you work?
Wait, do we wanna like try and make some money when we go into this Glass Eye Tavern too? Like, do the ladies and gentlemen, do you wanna? That worked out pretty well at the last one, right? And then Narnip, you could come in as the assassin again. That was a pretty good bit, right? It was like the get help bit, right?
That's a good idea.
Not doing get help. That's embarrassing.
No, I mean, we can do that at another time, Kata. But like when the time calls. But like we should do the ladies and gentlemen bit, right? L and G, and O.
Oh boy.
Sure. Let me ask one question before we commit to this path.
Of course.
Why do we care if Sheehan dies? What
Well-
is it that we're on? Just because your friend died and he's on the same list? What connects these people? Why are we chasing this?
Isn't that
I
the
know.
question? What does connect
Yeah.
these people? Also, like these things that we've fought, they seem to be like kind of, dare I say, possessed. What's going on? We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. You guys said you're gonna help me defeat the Angiba that were trying to kill me when I was trying to go down the street to Downing Street. And I just we're so close, I feel like, to making a breakthrough. I don't know. Also beverages. Glass Eye Tavern, still feeling it.
Kata, I think you know this goes all the way to the top.
All the way to the
There's
top.
All the way.
There's
Just to be
some
clear,
sketchy stuff
also-
going on with the Nagiba and the government. We need to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, Mark says, just so we're clear also, I agreed to help you defeat the Angiba. Not the Angiba that tried to murder you. Just full stop. All of them. They're terrible.
Yes, I agree. We should
Them as a
destroy
whole.
them. together.
No. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the tavern. You need a beer.
I'm gonna disguise
We're
myself.
agreeing
before-
now. You need to drink.
You're disguising yourself?
Yeah, before we walk into like the thieves area,
What do you look like?
I'm gonna disguise myself as the assassin again.
Ooh, okay.
You trained me from cardboard complex to masking tape.
Scotch tape.
Yeah. I'm just naming other household products.
Painter's tape, actually.
Oh,
Blue bear's tape.
Just super
Or a
blue.
frog tape.
Yeah.
Frog tape.
All right, so we're gonna go in first, and then you come in later, like all nondescript, right?
Yeah.
All right. You
Orla,
guys approach.
are you feeling it?
Me?
Are you feeling it? You feeling a performance coming on?
I could do a jam sesh.
You always can, and you're gonna kill it. You know this.
Perfect.
Okay then. And outside the door, I cast booming voice on myself.
Okay. What do you say in booming voice?
Well, I'm waiting till we enter.
Oh yeah, you got like a time limit, don't you?
It's a minute. Yeah, it's a minute.
Minute. Okay.
I'm gonna open the door.
So it takes you some time, but with some questions asked once you enter the Red Hook district, you eventually find the Glass Eye Tavern. And as you approach, there's a swinging sign outside a double set of doors with a eye that has a like a lightning bolt through it on the outside.
Hmm.
Are you guys just barging in, or do you want me to tell you what it looks like in the interior?
I'm gonna open the door for Kata.
I will barge in.
You barge in.
And I yell,
Oh,
patrons of the Glass Eye Tavern, behold, the best thing you will ever hear and see. And then I swoop and enter stage left, Orla.
And my little soft comes.
marching in.
Yep.
All right.
And I'm gonna look around for a stage.
Okay, good call. So, there is a stage, and it's off to the left, and it's like a almost full circle, but not a semicircle, small one-person stage, and a assortment of chairs and tables around it. There's the bar off to your right, and then there's a set of booths that are off on the back wall with some doors that lead to somewhere else, which you would imagine would be the back rooms or whatnot of the tavern. The bar to the right does have assorted. It's like set up like a nice bar. There's assorted liquors and such, and a handful of beers available. There is in the booths seem to have a number of individuals kind of guarding them in some aspect.
Hmm.
Like they may be like VIP booths.
Mm-hmm.
They got bottle service in here?
Yeah. What?
They have bottle service in the Glass Eye? This is a fancy place.
Always a scam, Marxist. Never pay for bottle service.
Well,
This is so strange. I thought that the Red Hook district was a bunch of criminals.
It looks nice.
like too nice?
Like normal nice.
Normal.
Like normal nights.
Like Ravens Club.
Mm.
Bars. Miss those.
Time to see.
This is a question for AJ when he gets back. How do these
Yeah.
people react to me entering their bar?
Just booming. No one looks up.
Great.
Careful, Wilson's right behind you. No, you're such a good dog.
Shout out to our 23 Twitch followers.
Hey,
Only,
Yeah.
what, 17 more? 27 more.
27.
Then we would be like
Yeah.
Twitch affiliates verified. And then hashtag D&D Beyond can give us some money, or at least pay for AJ's DM account.
I mean, whatever.
Also, 43 cents
Sure.
is the standing amount so far. So
All right. So, what are you guys doing?
Oh, I had a question for you, AJ. Now being inside and knowing what this looks like, how does everyone react when I barge in shouting at the top of my voice?
You get some weird looks. It doesn't seem like it's kind of quiet already, and there's a handful of tables that are occupied. They seem to be occupied by individuals that have the same kind of garb and, for lack of a better term, colors as the people they're seated with. It seems as if Officiate Lacey mentioned that this is kind of the pharmacist of a number of different thieves guilds, and that these would be the number of different thieves belonging to the guilds, kind of
On their separate tables.
separated by tables, but all within the same area.
Weird. So there was a stage, right?
There was a stage. As you enter, the doors swing open. The bartender kind of gives you a nod and nods you over to them.
So we go up to the bar first.
He says, now, y'all don't look familiar, but this place is a special place. We don't want any funny business. We don't want any fighting. You're more than welcome to be here. Just know that this place is a place of the truce.
What's a place of a truce?
Well, we have a number of individuals here that, as you can tell in the area around you, wear different colors than the others.
Yeah.
Now, these colors don't fight here. Outside of this area, outside of this district, they can do whatever they want. Mostly outside of this town. But if they're here, and if you're here, you will not settle for any arguments or fighting or any disputes. They'll be settled with very quickly and very harshly. Fair warning to you, since I've never seen you or your like around here.
Well, we're harmless. At least we don't like to cause fights. I would like to. Do you have any like performance that's set up? Because I'd love to hit the stage and.
Stage is open to anyone. You're more than welcome.
Perfect. Also, I would like to order your finest ales. 4 of them, please, for my friends and myself.
Take 2 gold away.
I'm gonna give him gold.
Cool. Appreciate it.
50% tip. Look at you.
She's got a bunch of platinum.
We paid like 12 platinum for a boat right out here. So
We have 1 platinum.
whatever. 1, 12 is the difference.
All right. I don't have any songs prepared, so I'm just gonna go up on the stage and sing a beautiful song of a little bit of like a rock opera, maybe similar to like a band like our world named Queen.
Okay. All I thought of was forgetting Sarah Marshall.
It's telling me,
Yeah.
like the
The
puppet,
puppet
yeah.
rock.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So definitely a rock opera style. I've got like an electric guitar on me this time.
Oh,
Whoa. Upgrade.
thank you. You have electricity. That's crazy.
kind of very strange. This
During our whole
black
performance,
magic.
I'm just in the background riding the bike, charging the guitar.
There you go. And then, yeah, I tell a ballad of dragon teeth and relics and try to see also if anybody is flavored by that by any means.
Make a performance check.
It's my brain.
Okay.
I'm going to take 2 of the beverages that she has. And I will take 1 for myself. And I will take
17.
the second for myself.
16.
16. You gain 7 silver.
Yay!
And people seem to have enjoyed it. Didn't blow them away. You do get no responses to the dragon teeth. Anything else like that? There's not necessarily anybody that's.
No
overly
heads
excited.
turned, no, like, okay. No ears perked, no eyebrows raised. See? Okay.
So Gina, do you come in after the song?
Yep.
Okay.
And I tried to come in as stealthily as possible.
Make a stealth check.
Who are you disguised as, Nanette?
I'm disguised as the assassin. Again.
Okay.
Yeah.
In your blue colors.
Yep. Oof. 11.
As you try to slide in, you slide and sneak past. The bartender doesn't notice you entering. Kind of distracted a little bit by the performance.
Okay.
But 2 of the bouncers, so to speak, do notice you and kind of give you a glaring look.
I'm going to scan the room and see if there's anybody that I recognize.
Or like wearing your colors.
Make a
Or that, like, Narna recognizes from her past.
Make a perception check.
14.
You recognize there's a small table across the room that have colors that you're very familiar with. There are no colors in the garb that you're wearing right now. And then there's a set of individuals that have like a dark, deep burgundy cloak. No trim, no gold trim or anything like that. That's not that. It just happens to be there's so few colors in the world. And yeah, and then there's the individuals that are bouncers, and there are a handful of like deep dark green cloaks seated around a table, and one individual is kind of tucked away in the dark. That they're all kind of conversing.
I'm going to go up to the bar and ask the bartender if Mr. Monocle is in yet.
As the bartender kind of sees you and acknowledges you're there, he's like, I haven't seen your face around here. You know those colors aren't allowed. You best leave.
I nod and head out.
Okay.
And when I leave the bar, I'm gonna and go. The colors that I recognize, did I notice anybody that like I knew in those colors, or it was just like colors that I knew?
They were colors that you knew, and as you know, there's not a lot of sharing of information amongst those colors. I'm trying to be as vague as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was small teams kind of thing.
I'm just gonna go in as Narnip then.
Classic Narnip.
Yep.
You don't wear those colors now, do you? Okay. What are those colors? I don't know.
Those colors are a navy blue with a like very shiny silver trim.
Okay, cool. All right. So you see the couple. You see, not the couple, but the two individuals. A table. You get the layout of the room, and as you walk in, you're nodded by the bartender. Kind of
I'll
gives you a nod. And, what do you do? You just walking in and meet with the rest of the group. What is everybody else doing now that you've seen this interaction? Your performance is over.
I'm just sitting there drinking those 2 drinks.
Ooh, I got everyone
He
one.
grabbed two because Narnip wasn't in the room.
So it just kind of looks suspicious, and I'm just a little thirsty.
I'm gonna look for a table that might be open. That looks inviting.
You grab a table.
Yes.
We all saw that interaction. Like we saw the assassin come in and then immediately leave.
You may have not seen her come in because she rolled okay on her stealth, but you certainly saw her leave and be acknowledged by the bartender with your guys' passive perception.
I'm gonna go up to the bar while Oral is looking for a table, and try and flag down the bartender.
Not hard to find a table. There's open tables. So she finds a table. You go ahead up to the bar. You greet the bartender. He says, yes, do y'all want another round?
Yeah, we'll do another round, but I also was wondering if you could answer a few questions for me.
I'll do my best, but I'm not here, again, as I told your friend, we're not here to start any fights or anything.
Oh no fights. I'm obviously you don't recognize us. We're not from around here. We're just travelers, and I was just curious. I noticed all the different colors. Do they have any significance? Like, do they affiliate with things, or how do they relate to what goes on here?
Well, they certainly are related to specific guilds throughout the area, and by area I mean the greater area, not just here at Holden.
Could you could you provide me an example? Like, what about those folks over there? And I point to a table. What does their color mean?
What table do you point to?
Not the ones in like the VIP section, just like a normal
The red.
table.
The red.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So there's well, that's a small group. They tend to run out east of here, outside of the knowledge of the Tyrian government, and they do what they do. They kind of move people and objects in and out of the area.
Fascinating. What about that? I saw someone come in just a moment ago wearing some blue. What is their? They came in and then they left. What was their colors all about?
Well, they're members of the Martin. The house is not welcome here anymore. They broke the truce. There was some disputes over how particular jobs were taken, and they decided to step outside of the rules, and they were they were kind of banned from the area, no longer welcome.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah. Thanks. Provide some good context. I'll take my beers and go to our table. And I put down 3 gold and take the beers to the group.
Appreciate it.
So,
You
Narda,
know
are
what
you?
you're talking about.
Oh yeah. I was just trying to get some information on the colors. I don't know if you're pretty busy performing. I don't know if you saw Narnip come in or not. She came in
Yeah.
and left pretty quick.
Yeah.
Bartender says apparently the robes she's wearing are House Martin colors.
Mm.
Yeah. Did he say any
And-
more about like why? Because when I went up, he said your colors are not welcome here, and the bouncers kind of gave me a look when I came in, and I didn't want to start. I didn't want to like cause a fuss and like blow our cover, so I just left.
Yeah, you before you came in earlier, they were explaining to us these rules, silly rules. You can't fight here. Stupid place. Apparently, it's
I
a
kinda
place
like
of
that
truce, and the Martins broke the truce. Something about how jobs got assigned.
Huh. Interesting.
Wait, so like are the Martins like a lesser or like a greater threat, you think? Like to the overall like sphere of society here.
I wonder if they're doing some jobs that are so bad that other groups shy away from them.
Less thievy, a little more stabby?
I wonder.
Did you show the bartender the note on the
No.
symbol?
No.
It's not like a password or anything?
He just took a look at me and said, "You are not welcome here." So I didn't try and.
Could I try that?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
You
But
don't.
What if I went with him?
Yeah, what if he went with me?
No. You guys don't know anything about that symbol.
But we know a lot about that symbol.
It's got 5 lines.
Yes.
No. Listen,
So
Form and
it has a couple shapes in it.
you guys. Listen.
It's on a piece of paper.
No. Don't
Those
give.
are already 3 things.
Listen.
Hold on.
Listen.
Give her a chance.
Let's listen to Narna.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody, that symbol was given to us in secret. And it's a secret until we know that we are around people that we can trust. This is
I
a
agree.
bar catering to people who are thieves. We can't trust anybody in here so far. We need to wait and hold that card close to our chest. Does that make sense?
Narnit,
What?
I don't trust anyone.
Okay, but like, especially don't trust these people.
No, I'm saying when will we ever be able to decipher this? I don't trust anyone.
How about when like
Never.
when like
Ever.
when us three trust somebody? Do you
The
trust
three
that?
other three.
We should also ask where like Mr. Monocle is.
You can just say it. We'll assume you're whispering.
Yeah.
Roll a stealth check. There we go.
Oh no.
Okay.
She's got good stuff though.
Yeah.
Sneaky one.
24.
Nice.
Should we go ask when we go get another round? Because I'm assuming Marxus is going to be done soon.
I'll get the next round.
We should ask where Mr. Monocle is so that we can chat with him. And what time of the day is it? We're probably gonna need to find lodging soon.
Yeah. I'm gonna check here with this bar and see if there's any lodging attached or if there's something nearby. I'll ask the bartender. We can ask him that as well.
So you ask the bartender where Mr. Monocle is, and he walking up there and saying it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I can walk up if you want.
I'll go with you. Can I go with you?
You go
Sure.
with her if you don't talk.
I will say nothing bad.
No, you don't, Marxus.
I will say nothing.
Bad. All right. So I walk up to the bar and I say, "Excuse me.
Oh, yes. Another round for you?
I'm okay. I don't know about my friend here.
Yes, rounds.
All right, here you go. It's quite a show you put on there, little lady.
Oh, thank you. I was hoping that the owner would be around to be able to see my performance, so that I'd be welcome back here again.
Well,
Mr. Monocle, is that who that owns this place?
Well, he doesn't own the place.
Oh.
It's kind of owned by everyone. It's a co-op of sorts.
I hate co-ops.
Yeah.
The People's
Sure.
Bar Co-op.
The Thieves Guild's co-op tavern.
The TGC.
He says, well, if you don't mind me asking before somebody else does, what business do you have with Mr. Monocle?
Oh, nothing. I was just assuming that was the person who owned this bar. I really just wanted him to see me perform.
Well, he has.
He's here?
Yes, he's currently here, but I'm not quite sure if he's taking visitors at the moment.
What about
See if he likes
visitors?
macaroni.
Oh, sorry. No, go on, Orla. I'm sorry.
Dude,
I was just gonna say, yeah, and I was gonna thank him for his allowing us to be patrons.
We
But-
were.
I sense that he doesn't want anyone around, so I'll just take my beverage and go.
Quick question for you, if I may, barkeep.
And I kind of like turn around just to like listen to what he's
Yeah.
saying.
sure.
Um,
I have a question for you, Dan. What is your attire still Ingiba attire?
Oh, fuck.
like very very dirty. Like it looks like old Ingiba attire for sure.
Okay. Noted.
Great.
I don't like it when the DM does that.
neither.
Like it's just bad news overall. But I have a quick question for you, barkeep.
Yes, sir.
Can we go see Mr. Monocle now? And I put down 5 gold. Slide it towards him.
He takes your 5 gold, goes, I do believe I mentioned to the little lady that he's not taking visitors right now.
And I'm gonna roll my eyes because I stopped and turned around to hear this happen. I'm gonna roll my eyes and then go right back to the table.
Right, but what if we were sent here by someone pseudo-important to do something less pseudo-important?
Well, whoever do you mean? And that information is going to cost you.
At this point, Orla's made it back to the table.
Has Orla made it back to the table? You're just playing with your pencil instead?
I have made it back to the table.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at you and be like, and then just point to Marxist at the bar by himself.
And I'm gonna say I am not his babysitter.
Continue, Marxist. Sorry, just wanted that noted in the.
No worries. What's your name?
My name is Daryl.
Your name isn't by any chance Daryl Monocle, is it? DM?
No, sir.
Oh. Well, it's worth a shot. I appreciate it. Thanks for taking the gold, and if you ever need another sucker to just give you money, I'm the guy. Thanks for the drinks. Hi, Elise.
Oh,
See you.
everyone said hi.
Snuck in on you, Bob.
I didn't even see her. You guys were
Yeah.
took me by surprise.
Nat 20.
That high stealth.
Yeah,
check.
not even herself.
Wait,
Plus
as-
you take these away from me.
As you are what are you doing, Marxist?
I'm gonna just kind of like knock on the bar and just like, damn, kind of think to myself, and then kind of like look around a little bit, and then see if I catch any eye contact with anybody, and if I don't, I'm gonna head back to the table.
There's some people that like pop their head up because you're looking around, so they're looking around. But nothing like eye contact kind of
It's definitely
creepy.
not a place that we should be like acting weird in at all.
Mm-mm. We're
Okay.
gonna need to do like some stealth lessons for Marxus moving forward because this is bad. Is there anybody like wearing a monocle in the bar?
Is the
As you
Monopoly
head-
Man have a
as
beverage?
you head back to the table, one of the bouncers has approached you and walks up and says, "Mr. Monaco would like to see you."
Oh,
I did it. I'm incredible. Can't believe that worked.
just him?
Just him, though. Yeah. Yeah, no.
To the
Worst case
table.
scenario.
Okay,
Oh.
cool.
He walked up to your table and said that as Marxus was heading back.
So I'm gonna grab my beer.
So
and-
Marxus is more than welcome to take credit for that if he wants. But
So I say, yeah, bring him on over. We'd love to talk.
No, I think
No,
we gotta go
yes,
see.
come on.
he gestures towards the VIP area.
Okay, so we go over there.
Servants. Yes.
It's a ripoff, Arxis. It's a ripoff.
But we're not
I've
gonna
got-
pay for it. Whatever. Man, it's because you don't like to ball out.
You approach the darker booth, and there is a individual seated, and they're kind of shrouded in the darkness. And you hear them as you approach. They say, "Please have a seat."
Master Splinter.
Sure.
Okay.
And we're gonna take a break.
Yay!
So,
Sorry, you just sounded like Splinter.
Imagining the planter's peanut is like
Please don't
sitting
make
there,
Mr. Peanut.
twirling his cane.
Too soon, Gina. Too soon.
Yeah. You mean baby
all right,
nut?
so we're gonna take a brief break. Use the facilities and probably feed our dogs and such. No, not yet. It's way too early. Never mind. Please stick with us. We'll probably be about 15 minutes, and we'll be right back here with second half of our episode. See what the gang does with Mr. Monocle.
Bye.
2 weeks ago, and I've had the windows open all week.
Much same, except for
Yeah.
today. We did a little bit today, but I'm ready.
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2. We're live now.
He goes, yes, and gets up. Welcome back.
Yeah.
We're Roll for Revelry, and we're playing some D&D. The heroes just sat down with Mr. Monocle, a member of the community, I guess, having something to do with this district that is a Thieves Guild kind of sanctuary of sorts. Mr. Monocle sits you down, says, please have a seat.
Okay. Thank you. I was really wanting to meet you. I was hoping that you caught my performance.
As he leans into the light, you can see that he does in fact have a monocle,
And a glass eye?
and a slash through one of his other eyes where there's nothing there anymore.
Oh, he got Odin.
The monocle is tinted as if a sunglasses tint.
Oh.
Transitional lens.
You
Maybe wearing it
see a
inside.
large, heavy, bearded with white beard and slick back white hair. He goes, I believe you can help me with a certain number of situations.
Oh?
What makes you believe that?
Well, I've heard you're from out of town. While not being the crew,
Oh, fuck.
I believe you'll still be of use to us.
Okay. Well, what kind of tasks are we talking about here?
There's a package I'd like you to pick up.
Is it bread?
No,
Oh,
it's to the east of here. In a village. You'll pick up and return it here. Simple as that. Any issue may be that it is outside of Tyrann control.
what's that mean?
Means I'll need you to bring it across the borders unnoticed.
So I'm guessing that this is a dangerous kind of package, which would mean have to pay to me.
While we'd be happy to pay you in coin, I can certainly pay you in information as well, which, as we both know, may be more valuable.
I'm listening.
The conversations you've been having aren't quite as discreet as you'd think. And you're starting to draw some attention.
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. My bad. From the bottom of my heart. My bad.
Before we agree to transport a package with probably something illegal in it outside of
Illegal.
government control, what kind of information do you have that you think we might want?
Well, word has it you've been asking about the Ngiba in the area.
Okay.
Well,
What
believe-
what makes you think we're asking about the Ingiba?
because I have prospects that have told me specifically you're asking about the Ngiba.
Oh, you mean the officiant?
All right. Yeah.
Show him the thing.
This doesn't seem like a very good deal to me. All he's going to tell us about is the swindling, thieving, and Giba, and we're going to break the law for him? I think not.
Well, I can tell you that they plan on arriving back in this city in 1 week's time. I can also tell you where they go, and specifically that they don't necessarily leave.
Okay.
Wait, they like stay, but then they also go?
That half of the conversation is done on your return.
How fortuitous.
What's in the package?
The package is something that I can't necessarily trust to anyone else. You are unknown in these parts. And because of that, I can trust you to some extent. Others may pick up the package and see it as my weakness, whereas you have nothing to gain to hold anything over me, and I think that utilizing a group of adventurers like yourselves will benefit me rather than using any of the guilds or guild members.
I mean, that was a very fancy way of not telling me what's in the package. So I'll ask again. What's in the package?
It's not any of your concern. You will go to Beckton, the city just west of here, and meet with a group of people.
What group of people?
A Mrs. Mulder. She'll have the package for you there. You'll meet with her, head back over here, ideally unnoticed and with little commotion regarding any of the border.
I have one more request. Do you have any information on the group, the Martin?
The Martin were not necessarily allowed in these parts anymore. They took a contract to help some individuals that no one else agreed upon. None of the other guilds, and it was decided that we wouldn't be doing this contract. They went behind our backs after saying so, and fulfilled it anyway.
What kind of contract?
Well, the party is unknown as to who the contract was for, but it involved assassinating a number of individuals that seemed to have little interest or a handful of innocents, as well as some burglary up north. Now, that doesn't bother any of us here. But the combination of which and the pay behind it seemed exorbitant. That's a word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot? It means like a super a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
It means,
that means a
super a
lot.
lot.
A
Um,
lot of a lot. Yes.
enough to cause suspicion on our parts. And anytime there's suspicion, the guilds decide to turn away.
Now, my train of thought. My other question was going to be,
Roll a history check.
me too.
What was your question?
It was. Oh. How was this pretty recent that this happened?
Within the past month or so? Yes.
Seems exactly like people that we're looking for. Can we have a moment to chat?
Yes,
Okay,
you're more than welcome to.
thank you.
And he kind of gets up and he steps into a back room and allows you the table.
What kind of vibes?
Well, we're clearly
Am
gonna
I
go get
getting
it.
from
We're
this
gonna
guy?
go get him an eyeball.
We're not
I
gonna
don't
get
trust him.
Oh, we're gonna get that eye.
You know?
I
Don't
think
trust
he
not
gave
one
us some
bit.
really interesting information, and he literally just described everything that we've been witnessing about the Martin. So they took a contract to kill some innocent, to assassinate some innocent people. We have the list, I believe, is of those innocent people. And they went to steal something from the north that has to be the relics that they're talking about that were stolen from Drilla.
I feel like it's too convenient. All the answers to all of our questions in one place. And I think he's sending us into a trap. I think he won't tell us we're going to meet a group of people, but there's only one of them, and he won't tell us what it is or who they are. I think we're going to end up in a fight at the end of this.
We're good at fighting. But also,
Yes, I am.
what would be his reasoning to what would be their reasoning to capture us?
Because they're thieves. They're the worst. They're liars and cheats. They're just trying to steal and swindle. No
Are they any
morals.
worse than the Nagiba?
Well, he didn't have to
Two sides
tell
of a
us
coin.
about Martin.
Well, at least there's honor among thieves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Honor.
I mean, what's our other alternative?
I think,
shake it out
I
of 'em.
think we do this fetch quest.
I think that would be a very, very bad idea, considering the background of some of these people, and he seems like a very powerful one at that. So,
Oh, we're pretty good at fighting. I think we'd be okay.
I think, especially if
He
he's gonna
included
give
us.
us information about the Nagiba when we get back.
right.
Are you prepared to deal with me at the border?
Yep. Wait, what are you gonna do at the border?
I'm surely not gonna lie.
You surely
Yeah.
need to tell us, man. This is sounding weird.
How about if you just stay silent and then you're not telling a lie if we have to lie? We might even not have to lie. We might even just be able to sneak across without having to interact with anybody.
And if we have to fight people?
Then we fight. And we win. And we bring
Okay.
this guy his glass eye.
Tell me on why we should go. Beyond he knows about the Angiva.
Do you not want to destroy them?
They'll destroy themselves eventually, Marxist.
Eventually can be a really long time, though.
Yeah, in a long enough timeline, water turns to cement, man.
I'm Dragonborn. I'll be here for a while.
Well, also, think of the amount of people that they could all potentially harm within that time. Isn't sooner better so we can prevent them from causing any more harm or stealing from anybody else or from all the terrible things that they do?
Right. And if they're tied in with some of the stuff that's going on with the fawners or some of these monsters
Right.
vamping back up, that's already hurting a lot of people.
Right.
Kata, I have a quick question for you.
Yep.
What happens when you see one evil thing, but then it's next to another more evil thing? Would you say you like to ally yourself with the lesser of the two evils?
No, you eliminate them both.
What if it's impossible to eliminate both? You can only eliminate one by choosing which one to support. Would you rather support the Angiba or this eyeball monocle man?
Well, when you frame it like that, I would leave the two evils to take care of themselves and go back to my people where we've been safe for millennia.
So you
Hannah,
would
why
pull
are
the wool over your eyes yet again, sir. I thought you had honor, but I see you simply would run away.
I think the mistaken idea that I'm here to do good to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
I'm not bound to do this. I've chosen to do this. As my people have for as long as we've been around, we have tried to help and support the others, even when they refuse such help. I'm not saying we don't do this. I'm just asking why, besides continuing to fight against the Angiba, is this a good idea?
Because it's
Well, we know
helping
that-
people.
And it seemed really that the Angiba, to me at least, were plotting something greater. And this information might help us find out what that is.
Okay, well then I will go on 3 conditions.
Okay.
It's a lot of conditions.
One.
1, I will not lie.
Okay. You don't
2,
have to.
I'm gonna open the package as soon as we get it.
Fair. It's clearly an eyeball.
Would you be willing to let somebody who's maybe like a little bit more like tactful, like gently open it so that it could be easily repackaged without appearing that it had been opened?
Sure.
Or do you have to open it?
No, we
Okay.
can open it.
All right.
And then when we
Great.
get back, I will hold the package until we get the sufficient level of information from the monocle.
I do propose that somebody else holds on to it until then, because you said you will not lie. So if someone does come across,
Oh,
we're going
yeah.
across the border, and
Just
someone
when we get-
asks a question, someone
Yeah,
else
just-
will hold on to it. Yeah,
Just when we get back.
absolutely. Done.
I agree to those conditions.
Okay. Then I agree. Let's go forward and fight those who would do us ill.
All right. So I'm gonna see if I can find the bouncer again and say, go.
After some short time, you see Mr. Monocle reapproach the table and say, "Well, I hope you've worked things out."
We have. We have decided to accept your offer.
Excellent. As I said, head east outside of Tyrion Control to east, right?
Okay.
I don't know. That way.
Weast.
That way. Outside of Tyrion Control to the town of Becton. There you'll meet Mrs. Mulder, who will be the package to return back here. Again, this is very important that things stay quiet, unnoticed, and away from prying ears and eyes.
Yes, we must keep it secret. Keep it safe, if you will.
We will.
Does the name
Yeah.
Smolder mean anything to me? Do I recognize it?
Make a history check.
I'm going to make a note of this so that it exists.
What?
Are we going to run into a Mr. Scully?
What?
Miss Mulder?
Oh.
Oh, I get it.
MUL or MOLDHUR.
I smelt it. Smelt it.
OLDHER.
I rolled a 3, so. No.
Nope.
All right. All right. So you said east, yes? Breckton.
East.
Got it.
Breckton
Back to-
beckons. Must we go?
Breckton.
Can we go in the morning?
Yes, let's sleep.
We had today was when we had this big fight with the birds still, and
Don't know if you heard about it.
Well, you're more than welcome to leave in the morning.
Do you have a place
Where's
where we
a good
could
place for us
rest?
to sleep?
Rumor has it you should probably leave early, as a group of adventurers is set to take care of the Perryton problem. And they're due to arrive tomorrow morning.
Oh, should we? No.
Is there a good place for us to be able to sleep?
We can set you up with something that's quiet and out of the way so that when this group arrives, they don't know where you're at. As I'd imagine they'd probably be a little upset.
Why?
Why would they be upset?
we didn't take their reward. We did the work for them for free.
And if your name was on the line and someone else did the work for you,
If they made
Would
us
that
look
be-
good.
okay, would that make you and your group look good?
You're right.
How would that treat your reputation?
You're right.
Well, I know how Kata would answer that question, so I'd have to agree with how he would answer that question and say, Mr. Monocly, you are correct.
While you were received with praise when you walked into Holden, I would imagine that word has spread that you are in fact not the crew, and that the crew was unable to do the job that you did. I would imagine they'd be quite upset about that.
Perfect. Where is this nice quiet spot then that we can sleep in?
Just to raise my objection for the record, we should hide from no one. And if this crew is so embarrassed about us doing their job, imagine their shame if they challenged us directly.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All of that.
But I can see that everyone wants a safe, quiet evening, so I'm on board with doing that, I suppose.
Okay.
All right. Anything else before you guys head out?
I have one
Yeah, go ahead.
question for Mr. Monocle. I have one question for you. What? How? How did you lose that?
Jesus.
No, I don't.
Well,
I don't mean to pry or anything. Like somebody did your
We're
eyeball out of your head.
certainly
But
trying.
okay, I'm sorry. We can do another
It was
job
some
for that
time ago.
information later. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, man. So nap time?
Bob, did Kata have something to say?
Oh, yeah. Well, not to Monocle directly, but sneakily to Narnip. I'm trying to just talk. I'm motioning to your little fanny pack with the symbol, drawing out the symbol,
Make a stealth check.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Doesn't seem to notice your gesture.
I'm gonna nod at Kata. What kind of vibes am I getting from Mr. Monocle? If I did an insight check, could you tell me how I'm feeling about him?
What are you trying to get anything specific out of this insight check, or just in general?
Does he seem trustworthy?
Make an insight check.
14.
He pulled you aside, asked you to do a job that he didn't trust others to do because it it would frame him as weak.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of gives you the upper hand.
And he admitted
And
that it would be his weakness.
yeah, he admitted it would be his weakness, and if anybody else, maybe people within his circle, had known about this or done this, then it would be his reputation.
Okay. All right.
With that, you might think that maybe that is some part of the secrecy and making sure that it is
Sure.
in fact secret.
Okay. He
And
made
safe?
himself. He put himself in a position of vulnerability by trusting this. Okay. All right. Mr. Monagle, before we go for the evening, we met with the officiant today, and I'm not sure because obviously we have not been very discreet in our travels, so I don't know if you were aware that we had approached the officiant because she was on a hit list that we had taken off of an assassin from the House of Martin. But she had given me this piece of paper when we were leaving, and I was wondering if this symbol holds any significance for you.
He receives the paper, looks at it, slides it back, says, "This has no significance to me, but probably best you be careful who you show that to.
Noted.
I would imagine it's a token of something you can turn in or show to the correct people. But again, be very careful who you show that to."
Thank you.
Does anybody else have anything or anything else? Clackety, do you have anything?
No, sorry, just keeping notes for my own self. I put in all caps, do not show token to every fucking person. Just just putting that in the old.
Old cat.
All right, cool. So as you are leaving, he kind of, says again, you have 1 week before your targets arrive.
It's been.
Just dropped out.
She'll be right back
And-
in.
He gestures you out, and one of the bouncers shows you to a nearby safe house of sort. Just looks like a normal house, and they make themselves comfortable in the living room area and kind of mention to you that the upstairs is yours for the evening. You're more than welcome to do with it what you'd like.
All right. I'm gonna head up there and rest.
Me too.
What time is it? Ish.
Say you guys arrived late evening. It's probably real late now.
I'm gonna brew 2 beers.
No! Why would you do that?
I'm gonna brew 2 beers and do a short rest.
Oh my lord.
Okay.
Risky bay.
I'm gonna take a long
Roll,
rest.
Roll 2d10. No, 20s. D20s.
Go put our frozen pizza in the oven while you're staying up all night.
A 6 and a 5, so I don't think it works.
You're not great at brewing.
Just real bad.
Yeah, you both fail, and instead of a long rest, you get a short rest. You're able to spend any hit die that you have not spent already, and take 1 point of exhaustion for the morning.
right before I take a long rest, I'm gonna go approach the bodyguard in the living room. Bodyguard.
Yes.
I do not trust you.
Well, that makes two of us.
I'm going to go to sleep now, as are my friends.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure we're at an understanding, and nothing more needs to be said.
He just nods at you because nothing more needs to be said.
I go to bed.
Probably the person Kate has respected the most, I feel like.
Yeah.
Just equal amounts of untrust. Distrust? Distrust.
I like untrust.
Non-trust.
Non-trust. Ear trust. All right, so everybody except for Marxist.
Mistrust. That's the real one, I
did
think.
something too, right?
Distrusting.
All right, sure. I don't know.
Distrusting. Yes.
Yeah. Merriam-Webster, talk to us.
Equal amounts of mistrust.
Is distrust?
So, you guys, long rest. Go for it. Long rest to your heart's content.
I did.
You all wake in the morning after your long rest. You've got your points of exhaustion, and the guard is awake and gestures you towards the door and says, if you head east of here, you'll find, I forgot what his voice was. If y'all head east of here, you'll find Becton about 50 miles or so.
Is there no continental breakfast here?
Unfortunately not. There's no continental breakfast here.
Okay. I thought I'd ask.
Do you have any horses we could borrow? 50 miles seems like a long trip, and then we have 50 miles back. I'm very short.
Those types of expenses are up to you. You're more than welcome to reach out to any of the merchants that sell or rent beasts of burden. But that's up to you to figure out. We've done our part.
Alright.
How long does it take to get us there on foot?
It would take I didn't plan for this.
I will say,
What's
AJ,
up?
these accents
Yeah.
in Holden,
Real nice.
real nice.
Mhm.
Cool.
Real nice.
I like how it's not even the most south you can go yet, either.
How
We're gonna get
south
real
can
down
you
south.
go?
Hey, real nice. Real nice.
Ain't about no need about.
This
Home
is like a
is where
South
you
where,
make
like, I'm surprised
Hey,
that
Mom.
Lindsay's electric guitar worked, and not a South where, like, they're Southern, like Texas South.
So you guys can probably travel on horse. We'll say on horse, if you're not like exhausting the horse day and night, you can travel more swiftly. You can probably travel around 40 mile or like 30 miles a day. So you guys can probably get there in 2 days. Yeah.
And the package is going to be there in a week. So we would have 5
No,
days.
the Angiba will be here in a week.
Yeah, we have a week to return.
Got it. Yeah, I think we get the horses then.
I
What if
think
we
so.
found a cart? Do you think we could just get a cart instead
Yeah,
of
what if we
individual
just
horses?
hired somebody to take us?
I could drive. I'm just saying
You
a
have to
cart
make the-
might be easier.
I think so.
Sure. Let's do that.
How
Like
much do
2
they cost?
horses in a cart instead of 4 horses.
Sure, yeah.
I would probably need a pony.
Let's
I'm
go to the
gonna
car
look
dealership.
I would need a pony. Mini horse? Yeah, you want mini horses?
Okay.
What's the horse's name?
Shadowfax.
Roach.
No.
Artax.
Horsey McHorseface.
No.
Black Beauty.
Black Beauty.
No, Atreus the boy.
Oh, it is. You're right. Sorry.
Little Sebastian.
Clyde. Little Sebastian.
Little Sebastian. All right. So after some time, you find a small shop, which seems to be a franchise of sorts. As it says, Rube's Beasts of Burden. Underneath it'll say, "We'll get you where you want to go." RUV.
This looks like the place.
Perfect.
All right. Cool.
As you approach the desk, there's a teenager who doesn't seem all too happy to be there. Saying, "Hi, y'all, welcome to Rube's Beast of Burdens. What can we put you on today?"
Hello there, teenager. We're looking for like a cart of sorts.
Oh, like data.
Hello,
teenager.
teenager.
Person.
Yeah, do you have any like carts available that we can rent?
Yes, we do. Do you need any horses for those carts?
Yes, please.
What cart size would you look like today? We have our standard, our deluxe, and our executive package. And he holds out a piece of paper that has all the options for you.
I think the standard should be just fine.
Excellent. The standard holds up to 6 individuals.
Okay. There's only 4 of us, so that works out nicely.
Standard for 2 horses is going to be 15 gold, please.
Okay.
Do you have I just want to say thank you again for helping us out here, but I don't know, I was reading this flyer the other day. It was letting me know about the good guy discount. Do you guys do any type of like just hey, good guy discount kind of thing?
Do you have your good guy discount punch card?
I don't. Could I sign up?
Oh my god.
I can't believe
Here
that
you are,
AJ has
your
done
good guy
DM.
discount punch card. And he stamps it once.
Oh,
Please return these animals back within 3 days, or you will be charged magically 110% of the value of the vehicle and the horses. Thank you for choosing Roofs. Have a great day.
Excuse me. It's gonna take us 4 days, right?
Yeah. Can we refresh the horses in this other town since you guys are a chain?
yeah. Is there a
We
Rubes
just-
in Beckton?
Extra day. We're just going.
Is there a Beckton
It's gonna take
Rubes?
you 2 days to get. Oh yeah, 2 days to get. Well, it was gonna take you like a day and a half to get there. That was my mentality. It's like it would take you 2 days.
Oh, okay. Total.
It was gonna take you like a day and a half. It said you guys can travel like 30 miles in 1 day via horse and cart. So if you travel 30 miles in 1 day,
And it's 50 miles to get there.
math tells me 3 days.
Okay.
No,
Well, that's
more than
assuming
that.
it's like a very
Over.
easy like
All right,
pick up and go.
4 days. You get 4 days.
It's gonna be.
Perfect.
I don't know.
Mr. Monocle
But
would not lead us wrong.
Mhm.
Clearly.
4 days.
4 days it is.
Bob
Perfect.
was
We'll have them back in ship shape.
Yep. Yes, please feed and water the animals upon your return. We have checked and seen how much they have been fed and watered right now, and that has been documented.
Okay.
Instead of
Thank
you
you
haul,
for-
you drive.
Hold on there, young person. Come with us while we do a walk around. I've fallen for this before. I want to inspect these horses.
We just want to make sure we're not charged
So-
for anything that
Okay,
wasn't
the ever
our
the
fault.
Dutchman.
You head out to the cart and horse, and you see a You see a Gina, quick horse name.
Palomino
You see a Palomino and a
and a Clydesdale. Oh, no, Clydesdale would
A
be too big. And an
Clydesdale.
Appaloosa. Palomino and an
I was gonna say,
Appaloosa.
both sizes are very
you
different.
see an
I fucking married
Appaloosa and
a
a
horse girl.
Palomino hooked up to a cart, and they look
That's good.
fine. I don't know. He walks you around. He goes, "As you can tell, our animals are on the best stock, and we are clearly impressed by all of our." He kind of just chills off.
I pay the man 15 gold.
Thank you for choosing Ruse, animals and beasts of burden. Remember, you can carry on our way.
Well,
Word,
we're gonna
son.
go on.
Will there be
What?
peace when we are done?
Will there be peace when we are done?
We will see.
Thank you.
As they're finishing up the transaction, I am going to speak to the horses because I
Okay.
can speak to I can speak to beasts. So
Yeah, you can. So you cast Speak to Appaloosas.
yeah, well, I just can.
No.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, hey, applesauce and palad something, whatever. Hey, you horses. I'm gonna be driving this cart, and just so you know, I'm a proficient land vehicle expert. So we're gonna be boogieing here. I just wanted to give you guys the heads up.
Palomino's kind of like, okay.
Cool. Yeah. So if we can keep this stuff going, there's some carrots in it for you on the other end of this.
The Appaloosa goes, carrots! Go!
Cool. All right. So
You're gonna have like
Awesome.
one
So we're
horse
gonna-
that's super excited.
Oh god.
You just turn
And the
into
other
the
one's
entire
Eeyore.
time.
I'm just gonna hop myself right in the back of that cart and go.
You guys head into the cart, and as you are traveling, you are currently in the Tyrian domain. After what is, according to my map,
According to my map.
after what is probably about 30 miles, you guys will probably have to take a break, but just before the Tyrian border.
yeah.
So, you guys are going to
Is
set
it-
up camp, or are you going to power through the night, or what are you going to do?
I feel great. Not tired at all.
I don't think we should exhaust the animals. I think we should
Yeah.
let them rest.
Right.
Bob to AJ, what does proficient at land vehicles mean?
It means you need to roll an animal handling check to see if you're able to get these animals to as far as you want within 30 miles. So roll an animal handling check for me.
Could I assist him and give him advantage?
How are you assisting him and giving him advantage?
I'm petting the horse's manes.
Because haven't you seen like the Barnyard Partners where horses do better when they have cats around them or goats or other smaller animal friends?
So you're petting the horse's mane.
Yeah. And then
You
I guess
roll an animal handling check, and based on your animal handling check, we'll determine if Bob has advantage.
Oh, fuck. That's a terrible plan for me.
while he does that, why vehicle land is under tool proficiency. So what does that mean?
It just means that that's where the proficiency lies. It's not just tools, but like all proficiencies. Like it's proficiencies and tools.
Hmm.
And that's kind of like, I think they just categorize that under that. It means when you roll, and when you're rolling your animal handling, you can add your proficiency modifier to it. So I was going to give you a plus, what do you guys get? Plus 2 to 3 right now? Yeah, I think so.
My animal handling is +2.
And I rolled an 8.
Yeah, and you're gonna, because you're proficient, you're gonna add another plus. Your
Proficiency
Oh,
modifier.
+3. Yeah, I got you.
yeah, plus 3. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
8. So Bob, you do not have advantage on this roll.
Yep. So
One more time.
very good. 10.
10 was your total roll plus your 3.
10 was everything. Yep.
Yeah, so you rolled a 5.
Yep.
Right. The horses initially take some. Well, no, he has the +2. Okay, I get it. Yeah, never mind. So initially they don't take to you in your control. You are a dragon, and to most beasts that doesn't really make sense. It doesn't connect. You are typically a threat. But after some time, you're able to get them under. You guys don't quite make it the 30 miles. You kind of make it halfway at 25, or like not halfway, but halfway the entire duration at 25. So you lose about 5 miles on the day with that, but you've made it halfway before the probably about 5 miles outside of the Tyrian border. You guys setting up for the night, or are you gonna push him?
Yeah, I think we should.
Agreed.
Right.
Yeah.
What a whole day has passed?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll take first watch.
Oh, a D20 or D12.
Who?
Whoever's on watch.
Who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch. Ten.
All right. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. $18.
You notice pretty quiet. There's a kind of serene, grassy hillside that you guys have been traveling past and alongside. The occasional spotting of trees. There is a forest that's on the horizon in the direction that you're headed, but it looks like it's quite a ways away. You are traveling along the coast as well. So I'm not sure if that does anything to your animal handling roll, Bob, but you guys are traveling along the coast, along the Holden Harbor. You kind of see actually Holden Harbor on the coast back about 20 miles. As you guys came up this way to Holden, you're kind of coming back down around where the again, I don't know if you guys recall, but when you guys were going to skip across,
Oh yeah.
he mentioned that it was a dangerous area because it wasn't in Tyrian control and there weren't as many hands on to be able to have a safe environment. But with that said, the night is
Young.
uneventful thus far. Does anybody else want to take watch for the second half?
I'll take second watch. We can both take second watch, I guess.
I'm
Whoever
on a
wants.
long rest the whole way.
I'll take second watch as well.
Roll a D12 with advantage.
Who? Both of us, or just one of us?
Both of you roll a D12. Let's do that.
I got a 4.
Bob, what'd you get?
I got a 6.
6. Okay. Again, the night is uneventful. Despite your guys' perception checks, it's kind of pretty quiet. Gina kind of told you guys what was going on, and then Bob, you also have advantage on perception in the coast.
We didn't do a perception check.
No, we did a.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. You guys just did like a events check,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But everything was uneventful. You beat it as far as what I'm experimenting with. those types of things.
Mhm.
So, the day rises. What's up?
Oh, I was gonna talk to the horses real quick.
Okay.
Hey guys, that's kind of fucked up. Remember, like before we left, we had that whole chat. We're like, we were cool. I was gonna give you some carrots. We were gonna keep going fast, and then you guys are kind of like dragging ass back there.
Well, I didn't see any carrots.
Huh?
It's good horse voice.
It's your.
All right. Well, with that attitude, you probably won't. So, we'll try again tomorrow.
Oh, that was before the rest?
Mm.
Okay.
Oh
So
yeah.
you guys take your long rests. You lose your exhaustion. You guys head to the next day, about 25 miles outside of the town of Becton. But there is a border that you'll meet.
I'm gonna just feed really quickly. No.
Oh, our dog's food time is at 5, so we're 3 minutes late, and they're giving us a hard time.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
Shame.
needy dogs, you know. So yeah. After some time, you guys take off. You head out on the road. Make an animal handling check for me, Bob. Bob.
Hi.
Cool.
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 Yeah. Oh yes. Killed it. 9 plus 2 is 11. And actually, yeah, I do double that. So this
Okay,
is
cool.
actually 7.
Cool. They are much more cooperative today. The threat seemed to have gotten to the Appaloosa, while the Palomino, I forget which one it was.
No, you.
They are.
That's it. You got it.
No, but I didn't know which one was super stoked and which one was New York. But anyways, good. They took your threat seriously. They want a fucking carrot, man. So they head out, and you guys start making really good time. And as you approach a area on the road that seems to be kind of like a what are the stops that you have for like
Like a checkpoint.
a checkpoint? Yeah, you find a checkpoint with a number of guards, a guard tower, and a checkpoint of you kind of have to pass through without being noticed, or rather pass through
Without
with
being
some form of something.
great.
You head to the checkpoint. There are guards that kind of flag you down. And what are you all doing?
As we get close, I am just under my breath going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Marxus and say, remember,
Yeah.
not to say anything.
Say all of the nothings. Perfect. Got you. Strong silent type. I will try my best.
All right.
Approach Kato at the reins. First fact. Turn.
We decided what we.
They flag you down and say, "Over here, please." What?
Do they see us?
Yeah.
Pass
You're-
without a trace only helps us with stealth checks. Remember, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not like invisibility.
Yeah.
Pass without a look.
You approach
Yeah.
them, and I mean, I guess are you trying to be? I mean, you're trying to. Or if you're trying to stealth
Well-
past a checkpoint on a road.
So
Yeah, I guess maybe I didn't catch the thing because I read that as a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. So I imagined it was like we're invisible.
Yeah, the flavor adds a lot more to it than it should. I think, like all the flavor text is like very like You're invisible. +10 to stealth. So yeah.
So then they can't be tracked by magical means. Could I cast it and then just blow past the checkpoint, and then they can't track us?
They can track you by physical means. Your
Yeah.
horse,
No.
horse in the cart.
I don't
Can't
think
be
we should
tracked
be able to do.
except by magical.
Oh,
We can talk about
I
this in the
mean,
after. We'll talk about this in the hangover. We'll
we're
figure it out.
talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cast
Basic.
it now. Yeah, I'm not going to cast it now.
Cool. They approach and say, over here. What are your reasons for heading out of the Tyrion control? I don't want to say empire, but that's not what it is.
We are visiting a friend in Breckton.
Becton, that's kind of a shithole. What are you doing in Becton?
Visiting a friend.
But what are they doing in Becton? Looks over his buddy. They kind of snicker and laugh.
They're from.
I didn't think anybody was from Becton anymore. I thought it was kind of just ruins.
Wow.
Right.
They told us to meet us there, so that's where we're going.
Make a deception check.
Uh, 16.
All right. Well, I guess if you got friends in a shithole town, that's not much of anything. It's your ass. Just be careful out there, I guess.
Will do. A great day.
Sure.
And then in horse, I yell, "Come on, boys!"
In horse?
Yeah.
What does that sound like?
so dumb.
I'm not gonna be able to do this. We'll dub it in for one of our later edits, maybe.
Well, yeah, we'll get it in editing.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why?
So, horse noise. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, she's the horse expert.
Mm.
So you guys have no problem getting out of the Tyrion area. You travel, and you make to the city of Becton, which was probably about 20, what did we say, 25 miles from where you guys went, and they were pretty good to you guys today, so the horses still got some energy. They certainly got to the destination a little earlier than expected. Probably have another 5-10 miles that you could probably travel before having to rest them or rest yourselves. You arrive in the city of Becton, or the town of Becton rather, and there's really, like the guard said, there's not much to it. A lot of it has been destroyed in some way. There's few standing buildings, and in the town square, there's one that seems to have anybody around it.
Hello.
There's an individual that is smoking a pipe out on the porch of this staircased porch that leads up to a double-story building, which seems to be one of the only that are standing, and there's small, sporadic ones that are still standing. It seems to have been messed up by something. The individual smoking a pipe looks up and turns around and walks inside.
I'm going to follow him inside.
As you guys dismount, horse turn.
Yep.
You hitch them to the hitching post and you head inside. As you walk in, there are very few people there. No one looks like a Mrs. Anybody. There's a bartender, there's an individual playing darts, and then there's an individual at the bar drinking, speaking to the bartender. What would y'all like to do?
I would like to announce to the group of everyone inside of the bar, ladies and gentlemen and others, would you like some entertainment from the world famous Orla Bitterfoot?
And I look around.
No, that's you.
Okay. Is there stage in
Nope.
this? Okay,
No
I'm
stage.
just gonna find a spot in the middle of the bar and rhyme. I have rhymes with mold.
I rhyme. I have rhymes.
I'm going to rap.
Are you rapping?
I am rapping, as it doesn't, might not seem like I am.
Rhymes.
But I'm putting words together that seem to rhyme with one another in a fashion that they would call rapping. But I'm gonna rap with the word mold door to see if I get any kind of reaction from anybody in the bar.
Make a performance check.
Very nice, Orla. That is some next level stuff right there.
13. I'm rolling very terribly.
I think everybody is. Even my rolls have been like, the guards like, roll a 3. Oh, cool. The guards are like, sure, go to that shitty town. You guys notice, you connect to mold door, but you're not really like slick about it. You're like mold door, but like a slam poetry. You're like mold door, mold door, mold door, and your slam poetry is a little on the nose, and the bartender's like, interesting, kind of perks up at it.
Okay.
Do I notice the bartender perk up?
Yeah, your passive perception's pretty high. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bartender and kind of like start talking in thieves' cant a little bit.
What do you say?
Hi. We have come from out of town to retrieve a special medicine for our sick grandfather who has lost his sight. I don't know if this is thieves' cant. This is probably not thieves' cant at all.
I'll play along. That's good.
And his nurse, or not nurse, because she's a doctor, because women can be doctors.
Like one of the biggest advocates that I've ever known.
As long as they're not mid-level pretending to be doctors. Disclaimer.
JK, world.
Kind of looking like a sexist fool.
Do you know where we might find his doctor so that we can pick up his prescription and take it back to him?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your friend. What kind of medicine do you need from this doctor?
My grandfather didn't tell me what kind of medicine we were coming to retrieve because he was a little embarrassed about the level of his script. He just told us to come see his doctor to pick up his prescription and bring it back to him.
Would this prescription happen to be mold-based?
It would.
The guy rolled a 4. He's not really hiding it from anybody.
Penicillin.
Yes. Right this way.
Great.
Thank you, Forrest.
I Hop along.
I'm gonna go where he is motioning.
That's what it felt like from Galaxy Quest.
Oh my god.
Drake,
That movie's
so, spoilers, that's at the end. You guys head past the bar and you kind of make your way into the kitchen. And there before you, you see a white-haired woman, shorter and about your height. Again, very bulky, and has similar features that of Mr. Monocle. She has both eyes,
That's a big deal.
but she is the lights are turned off in this kitchen, so she's in the dark. And she says, "Are who exactly sent y'all?"
We're here for a package.
That's not exactly what I asked.
This person asked us to be discreet.
Because they were pretty embarrassed about having to get this package.
Embarrassed? He said he was embarrassed? That fucking jackass. Embarrassed.
I guess you two couldn't see eye to eye.
No. Mark
He
says.
says out loud. She's like, I get it. I know who sent you.
Oh, okay.
Jackass. Embarrassed.
What is it?
What?
What is it?
What's what?
The package.
The pack. What is the package?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's not exactly a what, but come on. And she gestures towards the dark, and you see two little children
Oh no.
that resemble both her and Mr. Monocle.
Oh
my
no.
It's his divorced wife.
And she says, well, I would assume we are the package.
All of you. All three of you.
Well, yes, I hope you brought something that can carry us all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
We did not. We did not.
Taylor, why are you lying?
Yeah, why are you lying?
How many people fit in our cart?
Well. I know it said 7, but at the same time,
6.
We are
or
all
it said
tiny.
6. I meant to say 6. But at the same time, Narnip and I are very small, and then there's 2 small children. Like, we can sit on each other, we'll be fine. We
Like,
can smush.
it takes like
I'll
6.
talk to the horses about this.
Yeah. You have to get them some
Well,
carrots. Do you have
we need
any
to ask for
carrots in
some
this kitchen?
carrots also.
Yeah, carrots.
what's
We
up?
need carrots.
Do you have some carrots in this
Carrots?
kitchen?
I'm not sure about carrots, but we can find something. I understand. Yeah, we can find something for them horses.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
So, are we leaving right away, or do we have what's the plan? What exactly did he tell you?
He told us we were picking up a package.
Yes,
And-
we've already established he's a jackass.
Yes.
So, did he share any other information with you, or was he just talking about the package that we are?
He said we have to be discreet about taking you guys back over like the checkpoint area.
Well, that much is true, and I guess that's not so bad, but yes, we have not been able to get across ourselves, and we are really just trying to get back home.
So is there any kind of tarp or like blanket or anything that
No,
we
no.
can
Orla, I'm
cover
gonna
with?
disguise them. We got this.
Good
We got
idea.
this. You saw my job with the horse, the dragon horse. I can easily do some people. We got this.
All right.
Do some people.
Can we perhaps have a moment to regroup, package woman, as a team, and then we will figure out our game plan.
What are your children's names? How would you like us to address you?
Who are
Because you are people, and we're not going to call you Package Woman.
Well, my name is in fact Mrs. Mulder.
Oh, they're gonna say package woman.
No. Pa-
EW for short.
my name is Mrs. Package. You can call me Package Woman.
Short for package woman.
Yep. This is my son Pack. This is my daughter Edge. Um. There is Gurgis and Edel, and she is in fact Mrs. Boulder.
Okay, so we're regroup, we're chatting.
Uh,
I also, Cicada, make sure that you try not to interact with the guards, especially if they ask questions and you feel like you have to lie, because we don't want you to do that. I also have charm person, but I only think it charms one person at a time. So I was gonna say if we had a problem, I can definitely charm them into letting us go past. If they do end up like giving us some issues.
So, I think I'm going to propose something that will alter my original. I'd like to alter my original proposal to the team.
Oh. You don't
Okay.
want to open the package?
Well, that's no longer possible. So
That's certainly
I will
possible.
give you my new proposal, and then you all can tell me what you think about that.
Okay.
We're human trafficking.
No.
No, that wasn't a question. That's a statement. We
No.
are
That
human
is not.
trafficking.
No, because
So-
human trafficking implies that there's like not consent. We are more like
Correct.
Human
What would you call it if
Like
what would you call it if
coyotes.
like a drug dealer and another drug dealer wanted to pass drugs over a border where that wasn't allowed, even though they both want to do it?
No, but like trafficking is like there's
Moving
a
drugs.
power dynamic, and we're like helping children come.
We're the
This
coy-
town
we're-
is
we're-
shitty.
We're cross international coyotes. We are
Yeah.
human smugglers.
Smuggling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Human
So
Smugglers,
coyotes.
yes. Traffickers, no.
Smuggler is
So-
different than trafficker.
Yes.
Yeah, Han Solo was a smuggler.
okay, without getting into the semantics, we are smuggling humans across the border.
Yep.
We're going to the same border that we just came through. There was 4 of us. Now there will be 7 of us. 3 of our in disguise.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, according to the D&D player's manual, it's just 6 medium humanoids. I would argue is 8. You know, like 2 small is 1 medium, right?
Yeah,
And so a child would be 2.
I'm not worried about the cart anymore. What I'm worried about is
Oh, okay.
the lying bastard who sent us here to smuggle humans. So I'm no longer concerned about. Here's what you guys will like. I'm now on board with the smuggling because if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it very well. So I have a plan for enhancing our smuggling.
Excellent.
Let's
The
do
part
it.
of the bargain that I want to change is, we're gonna get a lot more out of this guy,
Oh,
or
yeah.
I'm gonna kill him.
Oh,
Absolutely.
well,
Yeah, we're gonna go in there
No.
dressed in blue. It's gonna be great.
No. We need to get information out of him before we kill him, though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh no. It's or else. Not
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
but or else.
Okay.
He'll dig a hole.
I
Our
co-sign.
price just went way up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
seeing this,
So-
Kata, as we are about to deliver this guy's children to him.
Yeah.
Are they his children?
We don't know. Yeah, I don't trust. Again, I still don't trust him. But here's my contribution that I will make to the smuggling operation.
Okay.
We don't actually need to get. We don't need to disguise them even. I don't think. What I suggest is we get within 5 miles of the border.
Mhm.
and set up camp for the night, so the horses are fully rested.
Okay.
Then jack them up on all these kitchen goodies, so they're real excited. And then I get this little handy spell that allows us to not be trackable except by magic.
Ooh.
So if we can just jet through the checkpoint, they'll never be able to find us.
So
But
your plan is
are
to
they
just
also on
bull rush?
horses? We don't know what their other abilities are. So
They
therefore,
Unless they're magical, they won't be able to track us.
They're guards.
Point
They're
of
but what if they are?
The spell does not make you invisible.
No, but they can't track us except for magic.
Correct.
Yeah.
If you are trying to not be stealthy, though, then the +10 does nothing for you. All that it is, you blow through it, they
Yep.
see you blow through it,
Hmm.
and you can't be tracked. So long
Right.
as that they're not. I mean, they can
Magic.
visibly see you and chase you.
What if we go at night?
Yes.
Like in the middle of the night, under the cover
Yeah.
of darkness.
We basically just need to get out of eyesight so they can't see us anymore, and then they won't be able to find us.
We could just fight them.
What if we like go around the checkpoint and not like just on the road and just like curve around it?
Oh, yeah, that also works. I'm a little bit blinded by rage at this point, so that actually seems way smarter.
Okay. Okay. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds great.
All right. Let's go.
Okay.
The
But-
more safe, the better.
But if we get caught, what are our backups? We have charm person. They're disguised, so maybe we should still disguise them.
Mm-hmm.
I say we still try to disguise them. Just in case, and then I have charm person, and I can,
Yeah.
if I do it at second level, I can charm 2 people at the same time.
I will disguise
Yeah.
myself as the officiant from the town and say that this was like a refugee mission trip that we needed to bring these like people back into
The
town.
only other thing I could think of is if somebody wanted to try to, what do I want to say? Oh my god, my brain. Distract them,
Hmm.
cause a distraction, and then we get everybody else around.
What if? Here's an idea. Get help.
From who?
No, he means the skit get help. What happens is we go to the checkpoint.
My brain went.
We go to the checkpoint. I pick up Marxus. I throw him at the guards, and I yell, "Help! My brother is hurt!" And then
Well, do
we
you,
go past them.
Or what if Oki starts like a little fire, like a little ways away to like draw the people from the checkpoint away, and then we just go through the checkpoint.
either way, we should start making our way towards the checkpoint.
You're really
while we
stealthy,
talk
right?
about this.
So, Narnip, you could be the distraction, the diversion, right? Where you like start the fire and you say, "Help, help, help," right? And then you like run away.
And I'll be like,
and
oh,
hide
my disguise
yourself,
self
and
will
then
be
you-
the busty
What do we
beer
want to
wench.
call this?
I was gonna
This-
say
this is
busty
not
beer
get help.
wench. Yoo-hoo.
Help me! Big fire over here!
Help me! Yeah, I love it.
Big
So wait.
fire.
Are we going through the checkpoint or not?
Yes,
Yes.
At night.
I think that we should, and then we should have a distraction,
Okay.
and then we get by.
Wait.
We got this.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's do that. Let's go.
Yep.
Could we also just bribe them? Just a thought, but I like the fire idea.
No.
Okay.
No bribe.
Okay.
All right.
Because if somebody comes back and says they'll give them more money, then they'll turn us in. So it's better to just not be seen at all.
Can't
Exactly.
argue with that.
How do you know that, Narnip? That's an interesting train of thought.
How do any of us know anything, Kata?
Years of discipline and study.
What if God was one of us?
There you go.
So
We
Right.
ready to go on
So
the
what
cart?
are you
we
guys
should
doing?
get going, right? We got to get these horses back, or they're gonna charge us.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna tell them.
I like how that's your concern.
So we're gonna tell Mrs. Mulder and the 2 children in order for them to get, we've got a couple of things up our sleeves.
I don't have sleep.
We're gonna disguise them to help our chances of getting past this checkpoint. And we're just gonna explain the whole plan to them as to what we're going to do.
All right.
Yep.
And then we hurry them into, you want to disguise them first real quickly, Narnet?
How long does
Yeah.
that last? Well, it's just a kit, right? So you're just like painting it on their face?
A while until they wash it off.
So we should
So you're
pop in the car.
attempting to disguise 3 individuals.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna need you to make performance checks on each individual.
Okay.
Ooh.
You ready? First performance.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Going to be a 17. Okay. Second performance is going to be a 5.
Yeah, it is.
Third performance is going to be an 8. I did good
Wow.
on the mom and not so good on the kids.
That's exactly how I wrote it.
I mean, 30 out of 60.
All right. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Their faces are so small. There's not a lot of
They're
room
small.
to like paint things.
you are able to,
So
with
small.
the help of the mother, you're able to help her make up herself to look a little less obscure. They certainly don't look like anybody you've met outside of Mr. Monocle. They look dwarven, but pale. Their eyes are solid black. They have white hair and very fair features.
To be fair.
To be fair. So with her help, she seems like she maybe has done this before. You're able to bronze her skin tone a little bit and put a nice dark mat on her hair so she looks similar to a normal dwarf. Not anybody out of the ordinary, but a normal dwarf. The children, however, you are able to mat their hair black, but they still look white as
Snow.
Michigan spring.
What?
You get it. So they are very pale, is the joke. And their eyes are still, all of their eyes are still black.
Wild.
Like a doll's eyes.
And you are doing this in the back room, where it is still very dimly lit.
Uh-oh.
I thought I was. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yep.
What were you thinking?
No.
Because you guys, to my knowledge, you haven't moved outside of the tavern, or
No. That makes sense.
I didn't know
We
if you
were
had a
disguised-
montage involved in your head.
Yep. No.
Uh-huh.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
So you're in the back of the tavern, in the kitchens, doing this, and yeah. What would y'all like to do to prep for this escapade?
Nothing.
We need
I'm gonna
something to
look
horses.
for horse food. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Support. I just think that we need to like get back ASAP.
when are we leaving?
Investigation.
Investigation station.
What's that, Marxus?
When are we leaving?
19.
When are we leaving? And can I brew on the cart?
Can you run the cart? No.
No, brew
I don't think
on
you
the
could
cart.
brew, I don't
Oh.
think you could brew on a cart.
Hmm.
Can you brew in a mart?
Could you brew a little bit, maybe a part?
AJ to Dan, have you ever brewed on a moving vehicle?
No, but I've seen Breaking Bad.
That's a different kind of brew.
It is.
Stronger.
And a different kind of cart.
If you want to try to brew on the cart, you're more than welcome to try.
Maybe
No,
if we got
not
the
when a DM says that. You're more than welcome to
You're
try.
at super disadvantage. Roll 6, take the lowest number.
Yeah, you're certainly a
Super
We'll see what
disadvantage.
the outcome is. And that's what I'm going to start doing is instead of you failing a brew, you're just going to have brew, and I'll give it a color. And I'll know what the color means,
Oh no.
but you won't. So you can drink it
Accidental
over here.
infection? No, no good.
Yeah. No, that's called sour. It's a style.
It's wild.
You're wild.
Okay. So what are y'all doing? You getting on the cart?
Yeah, we got.
I got 19. Did I find horse food?
Oh yeah, you found horse food. There's
Did I
carrots,
find
there's
any
apples.
Ooh, you're gonna be so happy we have
Did
carrots.
I find any sugar?
Bye.
They love sugar
There's
cubes.
sugar in the. I mean, yeah. Are you looking for sugar?
Yeah.
There is sugar in the kitchen. Yes.
Okay. I take it all.
Horses don't like sugar.
Add
Horses love sugar cubes.
add a bag of carrots, a
That's
bag
the
of
horse
apples,
girl.
and a pound of sugar to your inventory if you're stealing this from the kitchen.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not stealing. I'm not stealing, I'm
She
just taking
said
it.
we could have it. She said that there was stuff and we can have it.
Yeah, because this is her tavern.
Well, let's
Oh.
just do this. I'm going to go outside and give the horses a bag of apples, 15 ounces of the sugar, and I'm going to show them the carrots and say, it's about to get messy. But these are for you when we get back if you do a good job.
Okay, so they're all hopped up on sugar and carrots
And apples.
and apples.
And
Not carrots.
Yeah.
They're all hopped up on sugar and apples. And you leave. And yeah, so are you guys leaving the town?
Yeah.
Yes.
You make it about 10 miles until nightfall.
Then we have to set up camp.
Yeah, we circle the wagon and I make a quick campfire.
No. No
Alright.
campfire.
Yeah.
There's kids here, they're gonna be cold.
We've had blankets. Campfires tell people where you are.
Can't argue with
Yeah.
that.
Tactically, that's the right move.
All right. Kata, make a animal handling check.
Oh, boy. No whammies. No whammies. Whammies. 12.
All right. You successfully manage the horses while they're all hopped up on sugar and apples.
Yeah.
Are you guys staying the night?
Yes.
Yeah, because the checkpoint is still too far away.
I'm gonna brew
Yeah.
twice.
Cool. Roll them dice.
Roll them
I'll take first
bones.
Oh, if he's brewing, then never mind.
I mean, is somebody gonna take watch while he's brewing? 'Cause
I
he's
guess
certainly
I'll
not
take.
paying
I'll
attention.
take. Watch.
I do think that.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. Never mind. It's the group can't get lost, but I can't be surprised, even when I'm distracted.
All right. Yeah, correct.
Can you get them out?
And darn it as well.
What am I rolling? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying. I think you guys both have alert. You guys both took the
Oh.
alert
Yes.
feat.
Yeah, no, this is my preferred terrain. So this
Oh,
is
sure.
this
Totally.
is I remain alert to danger even when I'm engaged in another activity.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe sleeping is not that.
No. I just didn't know if that was a group effect or a me effect in the in my favorite terrain.
It's
But it's-
you.
Yeah.
But like
But
you
we
would be
can't
able to
walk.
brew. You would be able to brew and keep watch.
Right. Right.
He can't. Would you?
A 16.
16. All right. The night is relatively unnoticed. You guys start to hear some strange sounds coming from what you would imagine is the south, and in reality is the south. Of you, I mean, I don't know. I just kind of give you guys the benefit of the doubt, or at
So
least
would the
Kanan,
south
he knows
be-
where north is.
Like towards the water?
No,
Because I thought that we were on the coast and traveling east. So
now
there-
you're traveling west. Get back.
Right. But no. Okay, so north, east, south, west. We travel east, right? And even though we're coming back that west, south is still below us.
So before the coast was on the north.
So it's still on the north.
Oh, I thought the course was on the south of us.
There's maps out there.
Who needs a
Roll
map?
Player characters hate maps.
Somebody come nature.
I love that. I think that's one of my favorite. Somebody come nature.
Somebody roll nature.
Ooh, that's what.
12.
All right, 12. Yeah, you're pretty sure that was south or north or whatever.
Pretty sure you're right.
Yeah, sure,
No.
sir.
You guys set up camp. Again, you guys hear some strange noises, and it sounds like growling yips or yelps to the south. It sounds kind of far away, but you're not sure exactly what it is. Again, you guys are on like rolling hills, and like since you left Tyrian terrain, it was super strange that like the ground doesn't grow grass the way it did in
Tyrion,
Tyrion.
right.
Hmm.
It's weird because there's not much that has changed, whether it's the weather has changed, nothing.
You just crossed the border.
Interesting.
It looks like Russian oligarch. Just super like in his like Kodiak fur coat.
Oh,
Yeah, sure, sir.
In the morning, you guys wake, and what are you doing?
Or Orla, I guess, or Marxist. What happened last night on your watch? Anything of note? No?
I tried to make these drinks. I wouldn't recommend drinking them. In fact, I dumped them because they were pretty bad. They were super diacetyl heavy. It was just a it tasted like corn when you put cream in it.
Like this, what we mostly eat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm gonna eat one ration for myself and then share rations for the kids and the Miss Moldher.
So you eat a whole ration, and then they get to split one ration.
No, like one ration for each kid and then one ration
Okay,
for
all
Miss Moldher, which runs me out of rations.
Cool.
Well, I guess before then, I'll pretend I could just ask Marcus, and I'm gonna go look for. I'm gonna forage real quick before I ask Orla if she saw anything. Well, no, I asked her if she saw anything. I'm assuming she tells me she heard the yips. And then while I'm foraging, I'm gonna also be looking for any animal prints or tracks of any sort.
Cool. Cater roll nature.
roll nature.
Somebody roll nature. He's dancing
Oh,
like a
sweet.
scribble.
Nat 1. Or
For what was the total?
Nat 1 for 5.
Okay. You are able to find some assorted berries.
Don't
And
we have rations?
I ate 'em all.
the foraging. And you find tracks, but you're not exactly you don't know where they go, you don't know what they are. Not off the top of your head. You can't quite put it.
Okay. I'll go back to camp and just be like, yeah, found these berries, and there's some tracks out there. Not really sure. We should probably get moving.
Okay.
Sounds like a good idea. So we get everybody in the car.
I'm gonna give the horses half the bag of carrots.
Excellent. They eat half the bag of carrots. What are you guys doing? You guys leave?
Yeah.
We're gonna like
Back at
touch
camp.
up the disguise on the kids and the mom.
So we go.
Make a. What did I say before? Dexter?
Performance.
Make a sleight of hand check
Okay.
3 times.
Oh, all right. 21. 25. Oh, no, that was stealth. Sorry, but it's the same modifier. 9.
You are able to maintain the performance on the mother, on one of the children, but the other child you try to like touch up and you make it weird.
To be
Like their
fair,
their eyeliner is like
they were kind of weird looking
over their
before.
ears. Well, that's just how they were born. So that's rude.
Well, they're from the circus now, so.
Sorry. Tried my best.
So
It'll be dark. It's fine.
How is it gonna how is it gonna be dark? It's now daylight and we're about to make it to the checkpoint.
No, I thought we were gonna go at night and start a fire.
We were gonna.
Is it night?
No.
No, I think we just get close and then set up camp,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll just make it back by the end of the next day, which will be we won't get charged overages for our horse rental.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, the other consideration is you put it
It's
in.
at 110%.
Well, Orla, and I don't want to make this. I don't want to make this dividing group
Valid.
thing, but he said magically charged, and you paid with your coin purse, so it's not charging us.
You are rude.
you put your coin purse down.
Never
You all-
again. Especially not for you, Kata.
You agreed a week ago to be our group funding person.
No, I
So,
No, she
Didn't.
didn't.
That was for weapons.
well, I don't know.
All right, let's go.
I think that Kata is not thankful at all for.
Kata may not be thankful, and he may be so many other things, but he's not a liar. I unfortunately, I do have to agree with him here. You did say you were going to be our fund.
No, I said that I was going to be your fund for weapons.
Well, it's human smuggling, not weaponized at this point.
No.
All right.
Let's go. Everybody in the car.
Okay.
You guys leaving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you head out in the morning. You are probably about 15 miles away from the border. Like 10 miles away from the border. And as you approach, it's probably about 11 a.m.
So it's not nighttime.
What would you like to do?
Fires can still happen during the day, though, right?
I think we should
Yeah.
stop like a mile and a half, 2 miles away, and then wait for the cover of darkness before we cross the border.
Yeah,
We
I
can do
think that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
We should find a cool, shady spot to hang out so the horses don't get tired. As horses-
Roll a animal handling check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Yep.
What did I do to be disadvantaged?
You gave them a pound of sugar and a bunch of apples the night before.
Mhm. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, so that'd be the 11.
Yeah, it takes you guys a little bit longer, maybe 1 p.m. before you guys get there.
Which is fine because we're
Kind of
waiting
helped you,
anyways.
but
Yeah.
they were zigzagging.
All right, so we just chill out. We stop about a mile out and we chill. Chill, bro, Baggins.
So you guys, what are you guys chilling until nighttime? Is there anything you'd like to do during the night?
I
Or
want to
during
talk
the
to
day until night?
I'd like to talk to these folks.
Shoot.
So I guess I'll talk to the mom. Probably not too great with children.
People.
Animals.
Yeah. People and anything really.
So, ma'am, I guess I'm trying to figure out. We've quite established that your partner here is not to be trusted. Why are we smuggling you across?
Well, there are certain regulations not allowing just anyone to come into Tyrion and live. Now, we're also not necessarily planning on living in Tyrion. But in order to get where we want to go, we got to go through. And secondly, he's my husband. Thirdly, it's been taking some efforts to actually get across and get into Holden so that then we can, move on from there.
Okay. Well, I guess a couple questions then. One, where is it that you do want to go, if not Tyrion? Two, I understand he's your husband. Is he a rational thinker when push comes to shove?
As far as rational goes, you're the ones out here in the middle of nowhere trying to pick us up so that we can just get across the border. Now, does that seem rational to you, or could there be a different way that we go about this? Probably a more expensive way, but yeah. I don't know about rational. As far as locations go, we are trying to get to the city of Mungang.
Gang.
I have a question. How did you end up here in the first place?
This is where we were, this is where I was born. And, yeah.
And so, was your husband here, and you guys got married and had kids here, and then he decided to leave to the other place? Like, I'm very confused on how you guys ended up getting separated.
Well,
I know.
he was able to find his way into Tyrion control, and we were able to figure out what we needed to do. And unfortunately, we were split up in our process. I was with the kids, and we all were taken back and deported, so to speak. We weren't able to stay together. He was able to get to where he needed to be, and he's been apparently trying his best to get us back across so we can all be together.
That's just so heartwarming. I'm sorry that you guys have been apart for so long. I'm happy that we're able to reunite you guys.
We appreciate it, and truly, it's very kind of what you're doing.
Happy to help.
One last question for you, ma'am. I don't trust you.
Yeah, that's not a question.
Why should I?
Well, what exactly do I have to do to deceive you? Like, why would I deceive you?
So that's what I've been asking myself this whole time.
You were sent by someone I care deeply about, regardless of what he says, that jackass. But I do, and he sent you out here, so I have to ask myself the same question: did he send out somebody that is going to take care of us? Did he send out somebody that is gonna sell us to the next highest bidder? Believe you me, we are on our toes just like yourselves.
Mm.
And we
Well-
have a whole lot more to lose than you do.
I can calm some of those fears. You can trust us. You know that because I just said
in
it.
that case, all right, sure.
Yeah.
That just makes perfect sense.
I can give you my word. No harm will come to you or your children.
And while I appreciate that, no one's word is their bond like it used to be.
And not even
Yes.
just that. Like,
We just met, so you
we
don't know
can't
that
make
yet.
This lady, right? We can't make this lady tell us why she should trust us, but yet the only response that we give her is that they're just going to be out of harm's way. I barged in and say,
Right here.
sorry. I just think you're nice people.
Thank you.
Well, and in all honesty, man, your husband was probably saying package and all this stuff because he didn't want anyone probably to find out or put you in danger. From sounds of it, there's a lot of dangerous people are in the area where he was staying. So you just don't want them to have any kind of leverage against him or you guys. So
Well,
I wouldn't think he's too much of a jackass.
I mean, don't get ahead of yourself. He's a jackass, but he's smart and he knows what he's doing, and I trust him, despite you, dragon fella. But I trust him, and if he made the good decision to send y'all all this way to help us out, then yes, we are putting ourselves in your hands.
I'm honestly quite relieved it actually wasn't a package, you know? To me, it seemed like he was having us like do something extremely illegal. And while smuggling you over is kind of illegal, it's for a better cause. Like it's for a better thing. It's not like a bad thing that he's having us grab or some criminal, you know, he's not having us grab weapons or I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well,
Makes me feel better. And the fact that he like trusted us enough to be able to come and grab you.
well, I think he trusted you because you're not the normal gang he hangs out with. But
Yeah.
regardless, I do appreciate it, and again, we're in your hands here. We
Well,
need to trust you much more than you need to trust us.
I understand. We'll make sure that you and your kids get to your husband safely.
Is there anything else y'all you would like to do? Go ahead, Marxist.
During this time, how many hours have passed?
It was 1 p.m. when you guys. I guess how long? What are you doing?
If I could, I'd like to brew 4 times.
Brew 4 times.
2615.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Marcus,
got a
I
14
thought you were
when I rolled 4
A master
d20s.
brewer.
Hell of a brew.
no.
It is 4 p.m. Is there anything else anybody would like to do?
I might. Let me see. Eh. So while we're all like hanging out, chilling, resting, yes, I'm going to play a song of rest. So I take out my lute, I strum a little bit, and I sing about sheep and sheep jumping over fences and clouds.
All right. I believe you're able. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, since we're only like a mile and a half away from the checkpoint, I was gonna kind of like go to like near the area and scout out a good place for where I can start this distraction fire and get things kind of like set up.
Where are you going, and where? Like,
Where are
if
going?
you were 30 seconds. Oh.
Narnip,
Yes.
question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're gonna like sneakily go start this fire. Is our
Yeah.
current plan?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be more distracting if there was a fire and a dragon present,
Probably.
and then we just ran when
You
that was
guys were
happening?
here.
Like,
Yeah.
You guys were here at this tree, and you were
he drew this
a mile and a half out, and here's the gate.
Yeah.
Where would you be?
So I was gonna say, if this is like our little triangle, if we're here and the checkpoint is here, I would want to go like, probably like 3/4 of a mile, or no, half a mile to the east of the checkpoint.
So, like here.
Yeah.
All right, cool. As you are partway through here, crossing the main path, your passive perception picks up on a patrol that is heading in your direction.
Okay. I'm gonna.
It seems as if the mile and a half that you guys gave yourself of a buffer is still something that can be visible by the eye on the open landscape
Oops.
that you are on.
Okay.
As you see the patrol with a torch as evening falls, we'll pick up there next week.
No. Ugh.
Ah.
Thank you all very much.
Speaking of jackasses,
So before we forget, I mean, we can just remember, I'll write it down in my notes, but everybody who heard me play that song gets 1d6 of like hit points.
If they use their dice to retain hit, right? Or is it temp hit points?
It says, if you or any friendly creature who can hear you perform regain hit points at the end of the short rest with one or more hit dice, each one of the creatures regains an extra. Oh, so it's if they were low on health. Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. You get it.
It doesn't hurt me by playing a song, so.
So yeah, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it. If you could do anything at all, please give us a follow. If you already follow us, please tell one other individual to give us a follow. We really appreciate it. We are trying to get our affiliate this month. If we can, that would be great. Gets us in the door, and we get to start moving a little bit more towards what our goals are. One of those goals is to play in live person, which we plan on doing within the next 2 weeks.
Depending on the
2 to 3
numbers and
weeks.
stuff like that.
Yep,
All of us are about to be fully vaccinated soon, though.
Yes.
So that's
Yes,
really great.
we have all had our first round of vaccinations. We will all be having our second round within a month's time, or the end of the month. And we have plans to set up some stuff. So we'll be doing some really cool stuff. We're going to do a little setup thing on showing you what our setup is. For our like mini studio that we're kind of setting up, we're going to be doing some mini painting. I'm not very good at it, but I'm going to record myself. So if you want to check those things out, we're going to.
he's so modest and so insecure.
Here's like
about
the
his
real
minis,
internet.
but, like,
I'm not that good.
you ever had somebody painting tires on
mini
the side
painting
game?
videos. We might do another DM's corner kind of thing. in the next month. We have background videos for Kata and for Orla to do still, which are going to be really exciting, kind of flesh out those characters. So please stick around. Please check out our channel. If you give us a follow, that kind of gives you updates and notifications for that kind of stuff, which is going to be fun because we like doing it. And if you feel like watching, cool. It's more fun for us. So yeah, again, we are Roll for Revelry. We stream Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Check us out, and we will actually be right back here on this exact same channel with our what we call the hangover. It's kind of like a breakdown of the store chat about what the session was and what we think, where we're going, and how you can learn, how we learned, and what we can teach. Kind of that fun aspect of it. DM tips, player tips, that kind of stuff. So please stick around. And until then, we will see you Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you.
Bye.